Welcome back on the channel, welcome to part 5 of my campaign Haywire Outbreak. At the end of last mission we reached the crash site and we found a new survivor, Mitchell here. My pilot, we found him at the crash site. Unfortunately, during the last mission we got 2 injuries, one on Coach and one on Elise, so those 2 survivors start with 2 health points. So that's pretty bad. We didn't have enough resources to craft some medicine, so yeah, that's pretty bad. But luckily, the next place we are aiming with our campaign, so we are currently at the crash site. The next area we are going to is the theater settlement. If we reach this place, at the settlement, it's like a civilian settlement where we can trade resources. So I can basically exchange any resources against any resources. So that will be super helpful to exchange. Like I have a ton of resources here, as you can see, some chemicals, some binding, some scrap. I will be able to exchange a lot of that against some rag to build some bandages. So that's where we are heading. So now let's have a look at the board. My team has set up over here. The extract is all the way on the opposite side over there. There is one spawn point here, one spawn point there, and some threat token all around. So yeah, hopefully I will try to be sneaky. As you can see here, I have 5 weapons plus 1 weapon that have a suppressor. That means I'm starting right away at threat level 6, which is pretty dangerous because you can spawn a screamer, which makes some noise. So yeah, that's pretty dangerous. So we'll see what happens. Everybody have a melee weapon except Marcus because I gave him the taped mags, which basically give me 1 more dice when shooting, and I wanted him to have the pistol just because he have just because the model is the model I'm using have a pistol. So yeah, just for a bit of lore and cool, I wanted him to have a pistol. I had a few other weapons here. I'm going to scrap them. I don't need them for the rest of the campaign. So yeah, let's just remove them like that. So yeah, let's get started now into our first turn. So here in the police checkpoint I have 2 weapons plus 1 resource there. There is another weapon there. There is 1 resource here, and a few other on the rest of the board there. And on this side there is 1 resource, 1 weapon, and yeah, a few other also on this area. But yeah, my main goal right now is to reach those 2 weapon crates here and see what we can have here. But let's start by moving our first survivor here. I have Mitchell on point, my pilot. So here you have in line of sight the threat token here, so I can reveal what we have here. We have a 5. A 5 is 1 walker, 1 grappler. So 1 walker, 1 grappler. The grappler is pretty nasty because it can catch a survivor and bring that survivor up to him. So yeah, pretty dangerous one. So that's it for my first action. Thankfully here this guy have a suppressor, so I can try to fire. Actually I can try to fire. Here I'm using my easy stat. I will roll 3 dice. I won't make noise past 6 inches, so here the one on the back here won't hear me. So let's do that. I'm going to fire 2 times at the grappler. The grappler have 2 health points, so that's basically why I'm firing 2 times. So the first shot I'm rolling 3 dice, and I need 7 plus. So I have all the dice are above. So the first combat action hit the grappler. Second, 1, 2, oh, I almost failed this one, but yeah, the 16 is a hit. So here I use my second and third action point to kill the grappler. So now this infected is alerted, but I have the rest of my survivor that will try to do something, but not Marcus, because Marcus doesn't have any suppressor. So Marcus is moving once, then he's doing a tactical move up to here, and from there he's doing another 6-inch movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. it will bring him over here. Maybe not the smartest move actually. You know what, actually I'm going to do another tactical move here. Otherwise I will be too close, because my goal is to do one movement plus one tactical move with him, and I will place him in Overwatch, so that Walker here will just move towards him and I will try to attack him in Overwatch. Same thing with Elise here, I'm going to place basically those two in Overwatch there. And Coach on this side, so one move, one tactical move. Oh, and no, never mind. So Coach, yeah, I need to place the dice next to them. So Coach and Elise have only 2 action points, so I can't go in Overwatch with Elise, and with Coach, yeah, I just use these 2 action to do 2 moves. So that's it for my movement. That's it for my turn. We jump onto the infected turn. So we jump onto the zombie phase. So this one, the infected phase, this one moves 6 inches towards me. Here I will trigger the Overwatch. So let's pick back my dice tray. So I roll 2 dice and I need a 9+, 2 double 12. So here, this one is dead. Now we jump onto the enemy movement, the threat token movement. So I'm going to move just this one here. This one doesn't move, but look in our direction. And I'm going to also move maybe this one, since yeah, it's pretty close. Okay, so this moves away, which is great. And we have one in the alley here. Yeah, this one. Let's move this one. Actually, oh, we can already reveal that one. We can already see what we have here. And but yeah, before, yeah, well, yeah, let's just roll it to see where it moves. And it moves 5 inches in that direction, but we can reveal what it is. So what do we have here? We have a 6, and a 6 is 1 walker plus 1 grappler, so exactly what we just had on that first token. Placing those 2 over here. So that's it. I'm going to pause my camera to move all the other threat tokens. End of the infected phase, nothing spawn in the spawn phase, we jump onto the next turn. So, next turn, I'm going to grab my ruler. So here, by the way, small playtest area for a new trench warfare supplement for Haywire, but yeah, that's another story. So this barricade here, it's we can jump on top of that, it's below 2 inch, which is great. So here, Coach will move, so 1 inch, plus 2, 3, 4, yeah, so with one movement, just reach over here, and with the second action point, he's going to loot that weapon spot. A pipe. A pipe. Yeah, I'm going to remove that. I have already the machete, which is just way better. So where is my scrap pile? Over there. So nothing else to do with this guy. On this side, I'm going to move with my... Trying to think if I want to be all the way sneaky or if I want to risk it a bit. Let's risk it a bit. So here I'm going to activate my pilot. I'm going to move him here to reveal what we have there. A 7, it's 2 walker and 1 screamer. The screamer only starts, so I am within their line of sight, so they become immediately alerted, but the screamer starts to emit her cry only at the start of the infected phase. That means I still have some time to kill it, and that's what I'm going to try to do here. And actually, yeah, I only have one shot. I need to use my 2 other action points to target the screamer, because he deals only 1 point of damage and the screamer have 12 points. So yeah, I need to do 2 successful shots, but yeah, I have 3 dice and it use the easy stat, so I need at least 1 7. So that's perfect. We have 210. And the second action. Oh, 3-6. I was starting to be afraid and I read the 12. The 12 killed the Screamer. So the Screamer didn't have time to cry, but we have those two walkers that are... oh no, they are not within range, so I'm fine this turn. I'm going to take care of them in the next turn. On this side, Ellis is going to do... yeah, he's too far to be able to reach that weapon spot, so he's just going to use his two action to move, and doesn't make any noise. Well, no threat token can hear him. On this side, I will have Terence here. He will do a move plus a sneak, so move plus a sneak, and here he's crouching. He will loot this resource spot. So let's pray for some 1 and 2, please. A 2, yes, finally. Finally, the 2 is exactly what I needed, a rag, and a 5, it's this one here, so another chemical. It's crazy the amount of chemical we find in this campaign. So on this side, next turn, I know the pilot will take care of the 2 walkers, so I don't need any more Marcus on that side. So I'm going to move Marcus over here, so he's going to do 1 move plus... yeah, one sneak. Now I'm going to leave him here. He's sneaking, he's crouching behind that car, so yeah, hopefully those tokens won't move towards us. So that's it for my turn. We jump onto the infected turn. So here, those 2 walkers start to walk towards me. But they don't reach me. And now I will move on to the threat token. I will do that one over here, so let's just hope he's not turning. Yes, so he's not turning and he's actually just looking in the same direction, the one over here. So this one is moving 2 inches, but still there is the truck in between, so he don't see us. And this group over here, and he keep moving in that direction. So yeah, pausing the camera to move all the others. End of this turn, we jump onto the next turn. I'm going to first fire with my pilot onto those 2 walkers. So again, I need a 7+, so first one, 15 is killed. Second infected is also killed. I still have 1 action point to use with my pilot. I'm going to use it to move 6 inches up to their resource spot so I can loot it in the following turn. On that side, I'm going to... I will need to do 2 sneak in order to move around the car and to arrive here to be able to loot that. I'm going to loot that weapon spot with my last action. Oh, a bow, a compound bow. So that's fully silence. It deals 2 points of damage. I might keep it, I'm not sure, but yeah, for now I'm going to give it to Marcus, but yeah, I'm not going to equip it. We'll see, maybe in a following mission if we want to use it or not, but yeah, definitely not now. No, not now. On this side, so here, Ellis is going to loot also that weapon spot. So what we have here, we have a Glock 18 kit. You have the shotgun, which is... yeah, shotgun is already better because it deals 2 points of damage. It doesn't have the flashlight, but yeah, it's still better to deal more damage. So I'm not going to keep that one. I'm going to scrap it right away. With his second action point, I'm going to move 6 inches. Basically, my objective, my goal is to go into that alley over here and go up to the objective, which is on that side. There is actually 2 threat tokens over there, so potentially a lot of infected, but we'll see, On the other side here, Coach, he will just do 1 move and actually just check up to where he can walk. So 1 move is up to here, to move. Yeah, I'm not going to move him twice because yeah, that might put him. Well, I'm going to move it twice, but just not a full movement on his second move. Just going to hide him behind that thing here. Also here, I'm not going to cross here yet because that threat token may see me. So what I'm going to do instead is, yeah, I'm just going to do one move, one sneak, and from there I'm going to enter Overwatch. Yeah, let's enter Overwatch here. We'll see what happens. And yeah, that's it for this. That's it for me. Let's jump onto the infected. So this one here. And actually, well, actually, yeah, this one I could have revealed it already long ago. But this one is going in my direction now. It's alerted. And yeah, we'll see what we have here. Oh, it's a tree, not too bad. Actually, oh, quite bad. Oh, no, no, no. It's one walker and one speeder. I should have... yeah, I should have... did my role, like just discover it before moving, because right now that speeder is moving 3 inches up to here. And now it's alerted. He can do another movement. Ah, damn it. Ah, damn it. So, I only have this guy in Overwatch. And the weapon is equipped with deal only 1 point of damage. So even if I'm targeting the speeder, I won't be able to kill him in this turn. So I'm going to fire at the walker because the walker will move towards Marcus and may hit him. So I'm going to target, yeah, I'm going to target that walker. So 3 dice, medium, I need an 11 plus. I have a 20, so the walker is killed. Now the speeder is activated. The speeder moves towards Marcus, and from there he's trying to spit some acid. So let's see. The speeder card. The speeder card, it's on an 11 plus. Please, no, no, no. Oh, yes. Okay, so he spits his acid, but it misses, and he just hit the Dunkin' Donuts. So we are fine, but we did some noise. And the closest, we fire one suppress shot. The closest group is actually not this one here, it's this one there. So this group here becomes alerted and it will move 6 inches towards me. So this one move up to here and the grappler just arrive behind. So it's not worried about those yet. So that's it for me, that's it for this turn. Yeah, we jump onto... yeah, I will jump onto the movement of the threat token. Let me grab my 2 dice. I'm going to move this one over here, 2 inch back, the one on the back of the truck. Oh, 6 inch on this side, so he's moving in front of the 7-Eleven. I'm going to pause the camera to move the others. Oh damn, like there is a lot of threat token over here, and I hope the infected doesn't spawn. Like, we jump onto the spawn phase since we made some noise. New infected spawn. If a group spawn here, it will move over there towards the survivor, and it will probably alert those 3 tokens at once, which will be pretty bad. So let's not hope to have a 4 on that dice. So yeah, jumping onto the spawn phase. Of course we have a 4. Of course, a 16 on 4, so 3 walker and 1 speeder. So 1, 2, 3 walker plus 1 speeder would spawn on the point number 4, which is right at the extract. Well, if there is one good thing about that whole thing here, and me spawning there, is that this group here will move towards my survivor. It will alert those, so all of those will move toward the survivor, which will buy me some time. Because if I were coming over here, I will have fight all those walkers in this area, which is pretty tight. So yeah, let's say that's the only good side. So that's it. We jump onto threat level 7 and we jump onto the next turn. So next turn we need to take care of this spitter. So Marcus here will move in base contact with the spitter. Actually no. Marcus is the only one who is not equipped with a fancy melee weapon. So I'm going to move here. Yeah, I'm going to move Terence here in base contact with the spitter. He have 2 dice with his fire axe and I need a 9. Yes, 11 and 12. I one-shot the spitter with, again here we have the fire axe on Marcus. So, what's next? Next there are those 2 here that I want to take care of. The problem is that the grappler is not in line of sight, so I won't be able to shoot in this turn. So I will need to move my guys and place them in Overwatch. So yeah, Elise is going to move here. Elise is there. And actually, yeah, the guy that have the most chance to kill the bad guy here, the grappler is Coach with this RPK since it's easy and I have 3 dice. So I'm going to have Coach focus on the grappler. So Elise move there and he can right away shoot at the walker. So here we use the Spas 12, medium, 2 dice, I need an 11 plus. Oh, actually, no, yes. Oh no! I just thought about something cool is that it has the buckshot rule, so it can hit another infected up to 1 inch away, so I could have killed both of them. But damn, a 6 and a 12. I miss my 2 shots. Well, I miss my combat action, the boss roll. The problem is that yeah, Coach here, I need him to take care of the grappler. So I need to bring somebody here to help with, actually, yeah, I need to bring him somebody to take care of the walker, so I don't have a choice. Marcus will do 1 move, a second move, and from there, he's going to enter Overwatch. He's not going to fire right away at the walker. That way, the walker will come in closer and he will have more chance to kill him. And on this side, I will have Coach come over here, Coach, and he's going to enter Overwatch too. So that's it around here. Now there, I will loot this resource spot. I have a flashlight with my pilot. So a 6 and a 3, a 6, so 1 more binding, and a 3, 1 more can. With my remaining 2 action points, I'm going to do 2 move action because yeah, I just want to bring everybody back together. So over here. So we actually did a couple of shots. So we fire with we only fire with the shotgun. So the closest threat token becomes alerted and it's this one. So let's see what we have here. Let's pray it's not, I don't know what I don't want it to be. Ah no, perfect. 2 walker and 1 armored. It's great because it's not like a fast walking ones. So we have some times to deal with this group. So so this group just spawned because I did that gunshot. So now we jump onto the infected phase. Here, that walker starts to walk towards my survivor. When he enters 6 inch from Marcus, I'm going to trigger the Overwatch with the Glock 19. It has the taped mags, so it's 1 more dice, and within 6 it's another die. So basically here I have 3 chains. And it used the easy stat, so I need a 9 plus and 2 dice are above, so this walker here is killed. Now we have the grappler here that arrives. So he starts to move, and as he enters the alley, it will trigger the Overwatch from Coach. Coach with the RPK 9 plus with 3 dice as well. And perfect, a 20 that killed the grappler. So that's it on this side. This group here is alerted. So this group here move up to there. We did 2 unsuppressed gunshots. Let's see if we have some enemies within 18. And actually, the token in front of the 7-11 here is within hearing distance. And that's the only one. So this one we can reveal it. It's an 18. Oh, it's a screamer. Oh, it's a screamer. It's 4 walkers plus another of this nasty screamer. So this one spawn over here. And actually, yeah, I will place the walker just around. One of them will be around this one, so this one will become alerted. And since it's within 3 inches of this one, both tokens here becomes alerted immediately. Oh damn. So I will place the walker after. I'm just going to reveal what we have with you. So the first one is a 10. So 2 walkers, 1 armored. So let me at least pick them. So the other group is this one, 2 walker and 1 armored. And the last one is 19. Oh, a jumper. Okay, so the other one we have 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1 jumper. The jumper is, yeah, we have some challenge here. I'm going to pause the camera, place all of those, and I'm going actually right away to move all of them since they are alerted. We jump onto the, we are in the infected phase, so I'm going to move all the infected over there. One more thing. The screamer, it will scream when he gets alerted during that infected phase, but yeah, this one is away, is too far, so it doesn't trigger this one. So for now I only move the group with the screamer. The 2 groups that are on the back is roughly the same length if they go on the left or on the right, so I'm going to roll a dice for both. 1, 2, 3 on the left, 4, 5, 6 on the right. So the first group go on the left, the second group go also on the left. Let's move all of those, and actually the one that is on the back of the Starbuck also follow the same ID, and this one go in the towards the main street. Okay, so end of the infected phase, we jump onto the spawn phase. 1 new group spawn, please not on 2. Okay, 3 on 5, 3 it's 1 grappler, 1 walker that spawned on point 5. It's, yeah, the end of the road there, so I'm fine with that. So end of this turn, we jump onto the threat level 8, which is the highest threat level. We can find a juggernaut. Let's rush toward the extract. I was looking at my option and I saw we crafted a tripwire mine, so this one I'm going to need to use it. The problem is right now it's in my inventory. So first I need to use one action to switch to that tripwire man. So now coach has this item equipped. If so let's check. The pack here will move, the first one will arrive roughly over here. If I place the tripwire man, yeah, that's fine. This turn, the pack here won't trigger the tripwire mine. The thing is, I want it to... When you place the tripwire mine, it explodes at the end of the infected movement. So basically, I want as much infected to move within the tripwire mine explosion radius. So I'm going to use this dice just to mark where I place the mine, and I place it just at my feet. So I use one action point to grab the mine, I use a second action point to place it on the floor. So this one, I'm going to keep it just to remember the stat, but as you can see, it inflicts 3 points of damage in a 3-inch radius, so it's a pretty cool card. So now with the rest of my guys, here we have the jumper on that rooftop. He can move up to 12 inches, So here basically he can actually... No, he can't hit coach, so this one is fine. I need to move the others and those two as well. And yeah, I'm not too worried about trying to kill some of those, because that bomb will do some damage. So let's move into that back alley over here. So here, first problem is that Ellis, he can't move then shoot. His first move will bring him over here. I'm just going, it's, yeah, that object is too high to be able to fire above. So for his second action, I'm going to, let's see what we have here. Yeah, second action, I'm going to move him here. So next turn, he will do some shots. Next, I have Marcus. So Marcus will do one move, a second move, and with his third action, he's going to enter Overwatch. On this side, I think I'm just going to do some move. Yeah, I'm just going to... oh no! One problem. The jumper that we have on the roof. That crowd here, it will move and arrive roughly over here. So that first walker won't trigger the mine. It will only trigger it in the next turn. The problem is that jumper will move up to here roughly. So it will trigger the mine. Well, yeah, it's within, yeah, it's barely within the range. So actually I need those guys to remain here for now, because I need them to attract the jumper. So I'm just going to move them over here and place the two of them in Overwatch, and so yeah, they can attract the jumper. Damn, we'll see what happens here. So that's it for my turn. We jump onto the infected turn. Let's do that with the jumper first. So the jumper, he jumps. Actually, yeah, I hope I will kill him. So he jumps, and while he's in mid-air, I'm going to trigger the Overwatch for the two of them. So the first one is this one. Easy stat. 17. He hit him. The second one, medium. He need 11. Oh, we have 11 and 15. So the two one here kills the jumper. I do an unsuppressed gunshot within the range of this one, so this one becomes alerted. And we have a 9. 9, it's 2 walker plus 1 runner, or first runner of this game. So we have 2 walkers and 1 runner on this one. So that's it for the jumper. Now the pack over here. I'm going to pause the camera and actually move all the infected. So one problem with my plan is that, of course, I moved those two guys on the left, so the crowd here started to split up. Some went to the left, some went towards coach. So yeah, I will need to... yeah, maybe by jumping on top of the car, I can do... yeah, I should be able to do 3... yeah, we'll see. End of the infected phase. Oh, actually, I didn't move those two here, and I forget also to move this one here. So yeah, end of the infected movement, we jump onto the spawn phase. 15 on 3, 15, 3 walker, another screamer. Oh, and how much I say 3. So this game is starting to be pretty brutal, because yeah, another... we have a lot of infected on the board right now. I'm almost reaching the end of the basic walker, so we have a pretty big pack over here, plus some in the streets, and here we have all of those here. So as you can see, yeah, lots of infected in today's mission. So that's it for this game. That's it for this turn. We jump onto the next turn. We jump onto the threat level 5, which is the highest threat level. Yeah, jumping onto the survivor phase. Okay, so new turn begins. I really want to get those two guys on the right over here, so I want to trigger that explosive. So that first guy here will move 1 inch on top of the front of the car, because I don't want to get too close to those. 2, 3, 4, basically we'll reach these points with his first action points. Second action point going to jump onto the wall and move another 5 up to here. And with his last action point he's going to... Oh, yeah, so... Yeah, basically he will reach over here, but that's within the range of the explosive. So instead of moving on the right, he's just going to move on the front of the comic store for this turn. So I'm jumping on top of that, jumping over here, and then jumping on the car over there. And Terence here will do roughly the same, moving over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and moving there. So let's put those two over here. We'll see what happens. On this side, I'm going to, yeah, actually coach here, he will move 6 inch away on the right. Oops, sorry about that. And from there, yeah, I will need more firepower on the following turn to take care of that crowd, so I'm going to place him in position there so he can fire at the crowd. So that's it for those guys. Now we jump onto here. I think I'm too close to I won't be able to kill all of... Yeah, I won't. Let's do something actually. Ellis has the shotgun. If he kill one, it damage 2 at the same time. It kill 2 at the same time. So let's fire first with Ellis. I roll 2 dice and I need an 11 plus. So targeting the first infected. What the... Okay, so first shot he miss. Do I want to because yeah, if it reaches his shot that basically kill those two, then yeah, I won't be able to... Ah, damn it, I need to move him away, so he's falling back over here. On this side, I will have these guys fire at those two walkers, and then he will, with his last action, he will fall back. So, Marcus have 3 dice, easy, 9 plus, so a 14, first one is killed. And the second one, yeah, the second one is also killed, so those two here are dead. And with his last action point, he's going to fall back, yeah, just waiting for the crowd to arrive. So now we jump onto the infected phase. So the infected, the closest to those is actually, yeah, the guys over there. So I'm going to move all of them over here. The screamer here, the shortest path is, yeah, it's actually with the rest of the crowd here. So that's it. I'm going to move those guys over here too. This group is moving too. We have the runner here that arrive roughly here, plus the rest that arrive on the back. And on this side we have what? Where those guys arrive? Yeah, so roughly here. Oh damn. Oh damn, I hope this explosion pays off. I never used that weapon, so yeah, we'll see what happened, but yeah. So, if... Oh, I just think at something. Here we have a spawn point. If something spawn on spawn point number 2, I might lost my... at least my new guy, we'll see. So that's the end of the infected phase. Now, end of the infected phase, yeah, I move everybody. The explosion here is triggered. So, everything within 3 inches receive 3 points of damage. Those two here, actually, the trash can, the trash here, block the explosion, so those are not affected. But just checking here, yeah, so basically I kill 1, 2, 3, I kill 4 walker plus 1 screamer. It's not perfect, but it's not too bad. So that's it on this side. And that's it, that's all. that's all. Lots of the infected here, lots of infected there. We still have a long way to go towards that extract. Now we made some noise, explosion happened, gunshot. A new group of infected spawn, please not on point number 2. Oh, no way. 4 walker, 1 grappler. 4 walker, 1 grappler. Oh shit, I had 1 chance on 6. Oh, this game, I'm so not lucky. So... yeah, I'm just going to push a bit my guys so everybody fits in. Let's say they just push the door so that that pushes me a bit away, and I'm just going to assume that yeah, I am in base contact at least with those 2 first walker here. So that's it for this turn. We jump on to the next turn. Next turn, we start with this group over here. With my pilot, I'm going to fire at the 2 walker I'm in base contact with, because otherwise I can't move. So I'm that's, yeah, it's mandatory. So I need a 7 plus a 9. First one is killed. Second one 9 here. The second one is also killed. So here we basically kill those 2 guys here in CQB with the SMG. Now, with my last action point, I really need to move, so I'm just going to... oh shit. I'm going to move away up to here. On this side, I need to kill the grappler, otherwise he will pull one of my survivors back to him. And I have only 1 chance. Here I'm using Terence. The thing is, he has 3 action points, so I'm going to use 2 action points to do 2 firing action, trying to kill him. And with my last action point, I'm also going to move away. I have, yeah, but on the good side, I have 3 chance with the MPX. So 3 chance, I need an 11 plus. So first shot, 11 plus. Yes, I have a 111. So the grappler is lit, and another 11 please. Oh, yeah, I first read the 5, then the second 5 was worried, and that, yeah, the 20 do an headshot on the grappler over there. And with my last action point, I'm going to move away. So that's it on this side, on that side, on that side. It's not better on that side. And damn, oh no, we've used them at in the last game. It would have been awesome to have the explosive ammunition, like the armor piercing round, to kill that one. But yeah, first thing, Elise will use the shotgun. Please, Elise, do something. 2 roll and an 11 plus. Yeah, let's those 2. Yes, 18. So he do 2 points of damage to this one. He still have 1 health point. It's an armored infected, but this one is killed. Now he's going to target this one over there with the shotgun again. Please. Yes, a 16 and a 14 actually, so those two here are killed by the shotgun again. Now I'm going to activate Marcus with the pistol. He will fire at the armored infected. You have the taped mags, it's within 6, so 3 dice, and you need a 9+. So here, first action he killed that one. Second action is going to target this one. This one is also within range, within 6 inches, so again 3 dice. This one is killed, so this one is killed. Now, yeah, he's just going to aim at the last one over here. This one is not within 6, so it's 2 dice. And a 20, this one is killed. Okay, so next, I have a little problem here, is that Coach can't see the spitter. So I can't target him right now, but I will fire at that walker that Coach can see. And with his second action point, I'm going to place him in Overwatch, so when the spitter advances, he fires in Overwatch. So 3 shots, and I need a 9+, and perfect, 14. That walker here is killed, and last action I'm going to enter Overwatch. So that's it for my survivors, and we jump onto the infected phase. Starting on this side, because that's the easy one. So here we have the spitter that starts to advance, and it triggers the Overwatch shot. So here we have 3 dice, and we have, oh, I was lucky, 1 3, but 13 kills the spitter over there. And we also have that walker here that advanced towards us. So that's it on this side. On this side it's another story, because I have many walkers in range. So this one reach my survivor. I'm going to do the roll for the combat just after. This one also reach my survivor. This one, actually, yeah, they can climb one each tall object. So he can climb on top of the vehicle for 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this one is within range. This one is not. This one, yeah, let's say so. 1, 2, 3. This one arrive here. We have the runner over here. So 1, 2, 3. So 6 arrive here. Actually, this one I am a bit lucky. I'm a bit lucky. And yeah, I'm going to pause the camera to move the others. Okay, so that's it over here. So on this side, those 2 guys attack and this one attacks. I'm going to start first by the walkers, then the armor. They all hit on an 11+. So the 2 walkers, one walkers hit me, the second one is a miss, and the armored infected, the armor doesn't hit me. But still here, this one is injured, 1 point of damage on my pilot. So that's it for this turn. We jump onto the spawn phase. No, 3, where is 3? 3 is the 7-11, so we have a 6. 6 is another armored, plus 3 walkers. All of those guys here spawn on the 7-11 entrance. So that's it for this turn. We jump onto the next turn. Next turn, I need to get rid of all those infected, but I won't be able to do that, because I will need to use 2 action points to kill this one. And with my last action point, I can kill one, but the 2 others will arrive on me. And on this side, I can only kill those 2, if I'm lucky. This side, it stinks. So starting first with the pilot and the MP7, 3 dice, 7+, 16. So the first one is killed, second one is also killed. So here we get rid of those 2, but we can't do anything else. Now I'm jumping to my firefighter. So here he's using the fire axe, 9+, a 15, perfect. Second action point. No! No. Yeah, last action point, a 20. So here, yeah, I can't do anything else with those 2 guys. Maybe I can help on this side actually. Oh, maybe I can help from this side. So here coach is targeting the screamer, this one over here. So the screamer, we target 3 dice with the LMG, 9 plus. Oh, we have a 10. Okay, so the 10 kills this one. And with his second action point, he's going to target this one that he can see. And again, 9 plus, and everything above 9. So this one is also killed. No. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough because, yeah, first I need to kill this one, because he's in range to my guys. And so I can fire with Marcus and his pistol, and then move, try to position me roughly over here, to try to kill one of the other, but if I'm getting too close there, I'm within range of those 3 here. So now it's a matter of, yeah, who I prefer. I definitely prefer Marcus and his pistol, so I want to keep him alive. Or maybe... yeah, nah, that won't be enough. Yeah, the only thing I can do is put some guys in Overwatch there to fire at the walkers that arrive, and that's roughly all I can do. So Marcus is going to target this one over here, then he's going to move there, and after he enters Overwatch. So first he's targeting the infected, it's within 6, so yeah, this one is dead. This one is dead, then he's just going to move. Or maybe actually if he comes over here, he can see, yeah, he can see the runner. So maybe let's try that. From there he can see the runner. It's okay, so it's still within shooting distance, as you can see here. But he only have 2 dice, one for the base weapon plus one for the Tate mags. And he needed a 9 plus, so the 2 dice are above, so this one is actually killed. So he can't do anything else. And with Elise, I'm just going to enter Overwatch. Yeah, I'm going to enter Overwatch. So now, let's jump onto the infected phase. So this one here moves towards me and it attacks me on an 11 plus. Ah, damn, another injury. Lucky for us, if we manage to reach the extract, we can fully heal ourselves because we'll be able to trade resources, but we still need to reach the extract. Those 3 walkers over here, the closest survivor is actually Marcus, so this one here will just turn on the right, and here I'm going to trigger the Overwatch from Elise and his shotgun. So 2 dice, please, Elise, don't miss. Oh, damn! He sucks so much with this shotgun. So he missed his shot. So this walker here arrived in base contact with Marcus, and he hit him on an 11 plus. And of course, here I will do the 11. Of course. Okay, so I need one more red dice. So, almost everybody is now injured. That's... no, not almost. Everybody suffered 1 injury. Okay, so the others. The 2 here, the closest is actually still my 2 guys here on the left. On that side... okay, I'm lucky because the grappler here... oh, actually... no, the grappler grabs somebody up to 6 inches away, but yeah, I'm not within range. So that's it, yeah, except for a few others that arrive from here and there. But that's pretty much it for this turn. We jump onto the spawn phase. Let's see what surprise we have. 18. Oh, 18. 18 on 1. 18 is 4 walkers plus 1 juggernaut. So we have a juggernaut coming in out. So let's bring our juggernaut coming in from the Dunkin' Donuts over there, plus some walkers. Okay, so as you can see, it's start to get hot over there. So let's jump on to the next turn. So first thing we're going to do here, Marcus is going to target the infected he's in contact with. Let's bring the dice tray over here. 3 dice. A 19, so this one, let me actually, just remove that building from there. We just know that we have a spawn point there. Spawn point is over here. So here, Marcus kill this one. He still have one action point. He can see those two here, so he will target one. So here, only using 2 dice because we are too far away. Oh, he misses 2 shots. Okay. Next, here I am in base contact, so it's mandatory for me to kill this one. So I will use... which weapon should I use? 3 dice with an 11 plus or 2 dice with a 9 plus? Let's use 3 dice. 11 plus. Yes, 16. So here, this one, dead. I only have one more action point with this guy and I really need to move. Otherwise I will be catched by that crowd over here plus the juggernaut. So going to move and I will arrive over here. One problem there is that we have the grappler, so we need to take care of the grappler. And we have those two also. So on this side, I'm going to move Coach. No, not Coach actually. Let's try Ellis. Please, Ellis, do something finally. So Ellis is going to move here in the alley. From there, he's going to target the first infected. If he kills him, it also kills the grappler. 11 plus. Yes, a 12. So the shotgun blasts those two off. And finally, I'm going to take Coach. Coach is going to advance over here and is going to target this one here. So 3 dice with the LMG. Oh, he needed an 11. Oh, he needed an 11. No, he needed a 9 plus. So it's used the easy, so 9 plus, yeah, the 10 is great. So this one is killed. So with my last guy, I'm going to target this one. 3 dice at 7 plus. 20, this one is killed. And I'm going to move. We might be able to get away from all of that, but damn, we are still not there. So that's it for this survivor phase. We jump onto the infected phase. This one moves 6. They all move 6, but the Juggernaut actually... Oops, sorry Alice. The Juggernaut move 8, so 6, 7. And he actually just arrived here. Oh damn, just above our guys. On this side, the group here, they move, they arrive over here. And that's it for now. Yeah, that's it for now. Jumping to the spawn phase. Please not a 2. Please just not a freaking 2. Yes. It's a 9 on 4. 9 is 3 walker, 1 spitter. So 1, 2, 3 walker plus 1 spitter. They jump on point number 4, which is at the extract. Okay, so that's it for this turn, jumping on to the next turn. Next turn is going to be pretty simple. I'm just going to move. So here, I will start with those two. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it will arrive over here. Plus second movement will bring them over here. So the first one and the second one. I'm just going to remove all the dice. We know now that everybody is injured. So that's it with these two guys. Now with the other, I'm going to do the same. 1, 2, 1, 2. This one will arrive here, and the other. Just going to check. Yeah, the Juggernaut is not within range, so yeah, I'm going to be safe if I just run with everybody. And the two arrive here. So that's it for this turn. For my turn, we have the Juggernaut that arrive there, plus all the walkers that arrive on the back. On this side we have those that start to advance. Where do they reach? They reach over here. This turn we didn't made any noise, so no new threat arrive, which is great. We jump onto the next turn right away. Next turn we have the Spitter that we need to take care of, but we are too far, so we need to temporize a bit for one turn, and I need to stay away, because here the Spitter will move, it will arrive here. Yeah, I need to stay just away from the trash here, so I'm going to move over here. Or maybe not, yeah, maybe not, because I have my guy here with the LMG, so I'm going to move 6 inch with Coach over here, and from there I'm going to enter Overwatch. Yeah, let's enter Overwatch. This guy enter Overwatch. This guy move, enter Overwatch. This guy move, enter Overwatch looking on the back, and this one move, enter Overwatch looking on the back. So here on our rear, actually, let me just measure again. So I was here, so now actually I will do 2 move. I will do 2 move, because that Juggernaut is still moving pretty fast. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, he's still moving pretty fast. Odim. The rest of the Walker, not to worry, but yeah, the Juggernaut is moving fast. And the problem is also he's doing 2 points of damage, so if he do a successful roll of any of my injured guy, he will kill them in one go. So let's remove that building. Okay, so on this side, infected phase, that Spitter, it moves. It enters Overwatch for 3 of my guys actually, but I will start with the guy with the RPK, so easy 9+, an 11 and a 14. This one is killed. Then all the other arrive, so 1, 2, and actually, when the second one arrive, I'm going to trigger the Overwatch for the shotgun. So 2 dice, 11+, please. Yes, 17, so here those 2 are killed, and the last one arrive here, and I can't really see it for now. Okay. 3, 6. Yeah, let's keep going. We made some noise, new infected spawn, so now I just need to stay away from spawn point 3 and 4. Yes, 11 on 1, I'm fine with that. Yeah, I'm not going to bother spawning them because they spawn over here, so I will be away. Let's jump onto the survivor phase. Okay, survivor phase, I'm going to move this guy over here. He will target this one. 3 dice. Actually, wait one. Yeah, I'm going to take actually coach and go in melee, because if I don't make any noise, no new infected will spawn. So here I have the machete, it's the easy, so 9 plus with 2 dice. And we have 20, so here I just one-shot this one with the machete. That means the rest of the guys can move 2 times, reaching roughly over here. And that's it. So, during the infected phase, the Juggernaut advance, it reach over here. The rest of the pack arrive. We didn't make any noise, so no new infected spawn on a spawn point. That means that, yeah, in the following phase, I'm just going to rush toward the extract, not going to bother trying to loot anything, just rushing towards the extract. And that concludes this mission. So, at the end of this mission, let's pull up the map again. So, we are just reaching the theater settlement, and from there we'll be able to trade resources, but we'll check that in the next video. What I'm just going to do now is just to check which of the new card I discover, so let's shuffle that. So I just shuffled that deck, let's pick one, and we learn how to craft the improvised defibrillator, which can be useful because if one of your model is down, you can revive him with this card, so that could be a pretty useful item, but it costs a lot of resources, so yeah, we'll see if we craft one. So that's it for this game, hope you liked it, this was action-packed, and yeah, I will see you all for the next one. Bye everyone!